Morning traders, it's Wednesday 11th of August 2021. We hope you are really well. So a little bit later on today, 1:30 p.m. UK time, we do have some USD news coming out, so be aware of that, high priority news. And just talking about the dollar index, we're actually coming into an area of weekly resistance, as you can see. So we've had resistance here, and we're here again now. So this could be pivotal, what happens today or what happens at the end of the week, to see what the next move is for the dollar. Are we going to be breaking to the upside, or are we going to be rejecting again and maybe coming to test 92? Now, if we were to break this low here, I would suggest that we're going to have a bigger downside, maybe towards 90. So it'd be very interesting to see what happens. Also have a little bit of a trend line here. So we could do something like this and then bounce back up and then maybe break through and do something like that. Could get some cyclicity. Or we may, in fact, like I say, depending on what the market wants to do, break through and have a move like that, where we either come and retest this trend line here or come and test this swing low here. So pivotal point at the moment for the dollar. One thing I will say is that just looking at the candles, I mean, this was Friday's candle, and that was after non-farm payroll numbers, which were very good for the US. But just look at the momentum. The colored part of the candle is called the real body. Big momentum, smaller, and of course we've got today. So is that momentum fading, and are we going to see some downside on USD? So dollar index at resistance, and also the euro at support. As you can see, support here, which we tested 30th of March 2021, 31st, and again here now on the 11th of August. So we'll be looking to see if we do get any smaller changes of cycle on the hourly or even maybe the 15-minute. But otherwise, you know, it's a case of wait and see, because literally the market could do obviously anything. It could push to the upside, it could break to the downside. We might see some consolidation first before the market makes a decision. But if you are in a trade on euro dollar, for instance, then it might be worth you either making sure your trade is at break even, or taking some profit, or even closing the trade in full, you know, if you're in profit. So bank that money and then wait to see what the market does. Do we start to see buyers? Okay, that would be something like this, where we consolidate and then we start to see higher highs, higher lows, or do we actually break through? So something to keep your eyes on. Euro Aussie, this is a trade you could potentially take as an end of day trader. I'm not telling you guys to actually take it, but it's in a very nice uptrend, Euro Aussie, and I think a buy stop above yesterday's bearish candle could potentially be a great opportunity into this market. That bearish candle, you may think that, okay, well, we get further downside. So if we actually break the high of the candle, okay, if we break the high of this bearish candle, then that's a change of sentiment in my eyes, and expect the next impulse to the upside. So that's something you can have a look at and think about and decide for yourself if you're happy with that. Otherwise, you know, you can go to the 1 hourly, look for that change of cycle, and get in that way on a smaller time frame. So keep your eyes on this. No real change of cycle yet. We're getting these lower lows. This high here is of interest to break. So around about that 1604 level. So maybe you would look for this trade and then look to go long. You could look for that. Okay, so we want to make a higher high and then looking for that higher low, and then looking to go long. That is something you could also do if you're an intraday trader. Anything else on the radar? Well, Swiss pairs have had quite a move this week. Swiss has been very weak. Aussie Swiss Aussie Swiss is having a little hourly pullback here. Now, it's had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bullish days, and that's a fair amount of buying momentum there. So, are we, when you look at the hourly, are we still going to make another move to the upside? Maybe come and test the big number 68, where we've seen resistance before, or are we actually going to break to the downside? I am looking at this. There may be the one thing about trading which amateur traders get wrong is the fact that they get into trades too late in the impulse. Okay, so you got to think that this has been going on for quite a while now. Highly likely that we might see some pullback. So, is there one more move left in this? You'll have to be very careful if you're going to take it. Okay, so trade as per your rules. But one thing I would say to you is that, you know, in the most recent pullbacks, it's pulled back. We've had a buyer candle closing above this blue 20 moving average, and then it's gone. Okay, we had a buyer candle above the 20 moving average, and then it went. We could see that again, but, you know, I'd be targeting just under 68 personally. And if you are going to take it, just be aware of the fact that we have had a big bullish run, and you know, I'd be expecting at least some correction. I don't know whether this is an impulse, them getting a correction, another impulse. The bigger trend, as you can see, is to the downside on the daily. Okay, so look where we are with this trend line. We are a fair distance away from it, so you don't know. We could see this could be an impulse correction and an impulse towards the trend line. If you look at the monthly, the monthly is actually in an uptrend. Okay, impulse correction, impulse correction. It could actually be the start of a monthly impulse. So very interesting, you know, and that's why traders have different opinions on charts, which makes trading all the more fun. So what because we are in a monthly uptrend, you know, we could be doing something like this. Look guys, left shoulder, head, right shoulder, and then something like that. We just don't know. You have to kind of work it out. Trading is almost like a jigsaw, and you're given each piece day by day or hour by hour, depending on what time frame you're looking at. So very interesting. Anyway, there may be, like I say, there may be a trade today on Aussie Swiss trading up to 68. But if you're going to take that, be careful. I'm going to say 68, like I say, because this has been previous resistance here. So have a little look at that. Beautiful trending market, but could be coming to an end for this moment anyway. We will see. So guys, have a great day, and I'll speak to you again soon. Bye.